Long Shot is a romantic comedy, yes, that stars Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron plays the American Secretary of State who has ambitions of running for president in the next election year. However, when they do surveys of people's image of her, they find out that people don't really find her charming or all that funny. So in order to remedy that, they hire Seth Rogen's character, who is a journalist, to kind of punch up her speech writing. And the backstory to their relationship is that Charlize Theron used to babysit for him when they were both younger and in high school. Now, faithful viewers of my channel all know that I'm a big fan, I'm a sucker for romantic comedies, and I am very happy to say that Long Shot is a very good one. You know, any romantic comedy, it all depends on the chemistry of the two leads. You could have two of the sexiest people on the screen, two of the most famous stars on the screen, but if it doesn't work when they're on screen together, the film just won't work. And luckily, whenever Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron are on the screen together, the chemistry is very strong, and as unlikely as it seems based on their physical appearance, you really believe that they could be a couple, and that's a credit to their acting and to the story and the writing. You know, this film, it does follow the typical romantic comedy tropes, cliches if you will, but at the same time, you know, it is also pretty well written because it convinces you that these two could actually be together, and it puts these two characters in all of these scenarios that build up this romantic tension throughout the film. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can see how this hot Secretary of State would fall for this stoner, schlubby guy. You know, it doesn't make no sense in real life, but when you watch it, like, yeah, this shit works. It's kind of like Notting Hill meets The American President, which are two films that I actually really like. Charlize Theron, man, can we just say what a gift to humanity Charlize Theron is? And come on, this lady is beautiful, she's stylish, she's sexy, she's smart, and now she proves that she can be really funny. And she's shown her comedic side before here and there, but this time she really lets it go, and what a revelation. This woman should be in more comedies. I want to see it because she can really pull it off. There's this one scene in particular where she is high on some drugs, and all of a sudden she has to negotiate a terrorist hostage situation, and it's one of the funniest scenes in the movie. I was just cracking up, and kudos to her, man. She pulled it off. I really believed her in that role. As ludicrous as it sounds, she makes it work. Seth Rogen, you know, he plays his own Seth Rogen self, and it works for him. I like his comedies because I relate to them. Not that I'm a stoner by any means, I don't do drugs or anything like that, but just the fact that he's an everyday guy and he's just trying to do his thing, and he's always acting within his own limitations. He's not trying to be somebody that he's not, and yet this works for him all the time. And because it is a Seth Rogen comedy, it is rated R, which I also love, because that means you can have this profanity, you can have jokes about drugs, you can have jokes about getting high, you can have jokes about sex and, you know, human anatomy, and I just think that shit just relates to me, and I thought it was really funny. The supporting cast is also great. I especially loved Ice Cube Jr. as Seth Rogen's best friend. You know, he could have easily played the stereotypical minority best friend character, but he puts his own little twist in it, and his character isn't really who you think he is, and I thought that was a great fresh twist to that character. I really wish he was on the screen more, because there's a long chunk of the film where he's not there, and I'm like, oh man, I really wish he could have been in there more, because I really loved when he was on screen, and he had great chemistry with Seth Rogen as well. The lady who played the assistant to Charlize Theron, I don't know her name, sorry, but she kind of played that Stanley Tucci role from Made in Manhattan, where she's kind of like the Debbie Downer, always kind of push Charlize Theron away from making bad judgment and all that. And, you know, again, a very stereotypical kind of role, but she makes it her own as well. And, you know, it provides a great contribution to the film. I also love the fact that this movie has lots of 90s hits in the soundtrack. I just love all of these songs, and they make them work within the context of the film and not just kind of forced in there. So with Crazy Rich Asians last year and now Long Shot this year, I really hope This means a huge comeback for romantic comedies. Long Shot is a really good one. I know I'll be watching it over and over again in the future. And you know, everyone's still talking about Avengers Endgame, and rightfully so. That shit was awesome. But if you've already seen that movie and you're looking to move on and you want some lighter fare, I highly recommend Long Shot. You're not gonna be disappointed. So for me, Long Shot gets an 8 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching my review. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more movie reviews in the future, please subscribe to my channel, MC on Film. Thanks.